Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how to make cheap hair padding for your hair up projects, things like that. I'm going to show you two ways to do it, both of which I use a combination of both of these for hopefully the two images which are on the screen now. The first way I'm going to show you is quite traditional and it's quite structural. It's going to be it's good for using it at the base of hair and then building on top of, where you haven't got to worry too much about just keeping it disguised because there's a lot of hair to go over it, but it will keep a nice sort of solid structure. The second way, it's not so structural at all. It won't work very well for the structure, but it works better on the kind of top layers of your design where you need to sort of camouflage things rather than sort of worry about structure. And that's a kind of more interesting way of doing it. So the first things you're going to need is going to have to get some fake hair. Now, stuff I used in last time was this expression, Canacolon expression stuff. It's really cheap. You can buy it on Amazon for like £1.50, £2, and you get an awful lot of it. It's a total nightmare to keep it straight. If anyone's used it before, you'll know it's just horrible to keep it from not being tangled. Fortunately for this project, with like making padding, we really don't need to worry about that, and we want it to be tangled, so it's perfect really. Now if you can't get hold of that, I mean, you should be able to get it on Amazon, but if you can't get hold of that, joke shops, costume shops, you can go in there and buy a cheap wig, because one of the problems with this is that it doesn't come in too many different shades of colours. You get it sort of one shade of black, one shade of blonde, I think there's 2 shades of brown, maybe 3 if a push, and an auburn, which is, you know, it covers the bases. But if it's not perfect, then go to a joke shop and see if you can get a cheap wig that's a better match for your colour. And then basically you just buy the cheap wig, take it home, cut all the hair off, and you've got an awful lot of fake hair for a few pound again. So yeah, this is the first way of doing it. Basically you need the fake hair and you need a pair of tights. Now these tights are a bit thick and I probably wouldn't be using these regular, it's just I'm using them for the purpose of this video. These are just hair Mike's girlfriend left here, so I chopped them up, you know, hard life for her, shouldn't have left them here. But what you would really want is something a bit more see-through, if you can. Anyway, you need a pair of tights. You basically cut off the end, and that's one, and then as you cut up the legs, you can cut them to the right sizes you want into little tubes, and that's how you get your kind of shell. Basically, once you've got that, you just stuff it full of fake hair, and then this is the foot. It's quite a small one. But yeah, you just stuff it full of fake hair, tie a knot in the end, and then you just snip the end of your knot off, and you've got fake padding there. You'd want to like snip the end of that knot off. But that's basically, this is quite a small one, you've got your fake padding. Really, really simple. And it's really, really, because of the tights, it'll hold structure, it'll hold weight, and it's quite tight. You can, because it's fake hair inside, which is better than the padding already, you can manipulate it around and shape a little bit. It's not too much because the tights are obviously going to constrict it, but you can manipulate it a little bit and it will hold its shape. Now, one tip to get it in the hair, if you're using bobby pins to pin it in, you can either just pin it along the side and then pinch a little piece of the tights into the pin. But a safer way of doing it is just take a pair of pliers and snip off that plastic blob of the bobby pin, and then that'll be sharper and it will just rip through the tights, and you can pin it really like tightly into the hair. And that would be like really solid structure. That would be really good for structural stuff. Now obviously you're not going to be able to camouflage this very well. You're going to have a lot more of a job to keep it. You'll need more hair to keep it covered, which is why this is great for sort of the base of sort of structures, because it is solid, but yeah, it's not going to be camouflaged so well. So the second way I'm going to show you is more if you're working on just creating a lot of excessive volume and you're sort of wanting to put padding in between sections, and when you get to the top sections, obviously you want that, you want it all to be quite well camouflaged. So tights, no matter how see-through the tights you get, and padding as well, because they're such a solid form, it's not going to camouflage well. So the way to do that with camouflaging it well is just to get a load of fake hair like this, bunch it up, tangle it up, get it all kind of like into a ball as much as you can. Don't worry about it too much, and then you need this stuff. Now this is spray mount. You can get it in art shops. It's a couple of quid for a tin of it. It really, really stinks, so you'll probably want to do it slightly away from your model. I'm not going to spray it on that. I sprayed it on this one a little while ago, so it will kind of give you, I can show you what it does. But basically, yeah, saturate sort of mash it all together, and then just saturate it with the spray mount. Now spray mount's like a really just tacky glue that doesn't really dry, and it's for sticking like photographs on a wall in an exhibition or things like that, or just general art. So yeah, you get it, spray it all over, and then sort of mash it all in like this, and get it all so the hair's sort of close together and mashed together. And then as the spray mount sets, it will hold all of that hair together really, really tightly, and it stays tacky and it keeps it really, really tight. But at the same time, this one's starting to fall apart now, but I have sort of rinsed it quite a lot. It's been knocking around in like a old session kit bag for about 3 months since I actually last used it. I mean, I say last, I wouldn't reuse these, but yeah, I just sort of basically dug this out for the video. But you can mash it together, and then the great thing with this is because it's not a solid form like this one, it's not. The downside of it is it's not going to hold any strokes, it's not going to hold any weight, you're not going to be able to build off that really. But what you can do is you can stick it in between, you get it to the shape you want it, you can stick it in between sections, lay hair over top of that, and especially if your hair's quite back-combed and messy, you're not going to see these at all. So they're going to absolutely be camouflaged perfectly in the hair, and they're going to give you like really a lot of, if you just put like thin ones in between each section or whatever you want to do, you're going to give yourself a lot of volume, or give your model a lot of volume, and it's going to be completely disguised because say that it's not a solid shape, and you know, you can just pull it around, it will maintain its pliability, you can get it to almost any shape you want, just to get it, you know, exactly, and then just once you sort of pull it into a shape you want, just give it a little squeeze just to make sure the spray mount just kind of gunks it together, and then you're away. And obviously pinning that in is really easy because again it's not a solid shape, so you can just wang a pin straight through it and it's going to go straight on the head. This is an amazing way of making like volume and camouflaging it. I used it on one of my models before in a competition, and one of the judges actually came up to me and said to me, you know, did you even use fake hair? Because it was one of well, they just were so shocked that I could get this girl to have such a huge amount of hair without using fake hair. They couldn't tell the difference between the fake hair and what was and the real hair. And actually, I'd used a lot of fake hair. It's just an absolutely perfect way of doing it, and I say it's really cheap, really easy. So they're my two ways of doing it. So this way is really good for structure. This way is really good for when you just want volume in the top and have it really well hidden. Yeah, all you need tights and hair, or spray mount and hair, and that is it. And it's going to cost you about 10p each, which when you work into a budget, it's just going to save you so much money, or you're going to earn so much more money because you're not wasting it on buying like ridiculous hair padding at £20 a piece or whatever absurd price it might be. So yeah, there are two ways of doing it. They're really great. I hope you use them in your projects, and yeah, good luck. Cheers for watching.